Yo, salute everyone. Salute. Happy Valentine's Day. Knicks Real Talk, man. I'm in the building, man. The Valentine's Day massacre. That's what it is, man. Salute to everybody out there. I hope y'all having a beautiful day, man. Happy Valentine's Day to everybody out there, man. Let your heart spread free and run wild. It's all good, man. Spread a lot of love in the air today. We're gonna get it popping, man. We're gonna get into the good. Knicks got a game at the Garden against the OKC Thunder tonight, 7:30 at the world most famous arena. I'm going to try to go down and rebound off that disappointing collapse we had in Oklahoma down in Portland the other day. We're going to get into that and talk all about that, man. We're going to bring the panel up in the building. We got a chat in the building, man. Ready to get it popping, everybody, man. So salute, we here, man. We ready to get it going, man. Game day, man. You know what it is. Knicks at the Garden, man. So we're going to try to rebound, get a W tonight. We're going to break all that stuff down, get into everything, man. I hope y'all had a wonderful day. Like I said, y'all ready to get in here with the show. We get it popping. I got Shaw Powell. I hope KJ didn't get in the building with us in a few. And we just go get it popping and we talk about this Knicks stuff, man. That's what it do. So, without further ado, man, let's get into all the injury report, starting lineup. We break all that down and see what's going on right now. So salute to the chat up in the building already. Let's go over it real quick, man. Let's do the Knicks starting lineup for tonight real quick. We got Quentin Grimes, Evan Fournier, Julius Randle, Todd Gibson, and Kemba Walker. Obviously, Mitchell Robinson is questionable. Not saying he won't start, but for the injury report that I had lineup-wise, that he will not be starting tonight, or he might not even play. So we got Todd Gibson there to take the place of Mitchell Robinson, who went down a little bit, and I think the ankle and back injury over in Portland the other day. For the OKC Thunder, Josh Giddey, the young amazing rookie down there, Trey Mann, Lou Dort, Baisley, Isaiah Roby is going to be in the building for them today, man. So that's what they got. I think SGA might not be in the building because I think he might be injured as well. For the Knicks, for an injury report, RJ Barrett due out to left ankle sprain. Derrick Rose has been out due to an ankle surgery. Nerlens Noel is questionable to foot soreness. Cam Reddish and Mitchell Robinson are questionable due to foot soreness. And that's the reason why you didn't get to see Cam Reddish in Portland the other day at the end of the game, because he hurt his ankle and he couldn't get back in the game. That's why his minutes wasn't really more than they were. For people wondering why the kids didn't let him back in the game, was definitely because Cam Reddish and Mitchell Robinson went down because of ankle injuries. That's one of the reasons why I think we lost that game. But we're going to get into all that and break it all down anyway. Without further ado, though, let me bring in my partner crying with me, and we're going to get it popping. I got Shaw Powell in here with me, man. Shaw Powell going to get here. We're going to get it popping, man. Salute to my man, Shaw. What's good?
Salute Divine. Salute chat. Let's get it.
Yeah, real talk, man. Knicks got a game at the Garden today, man. Like I said, man, we got to go in there and get it popping, man. We really need to get this win today, man. We lost a great opportunity the other day, everybody. Yeah, we lost in Portland, and we would have won that game. The Atlanta Hawks lost both of their games. The Washington Wizards lost their game. The same team that we fight and Charlotte Hornets lost the game. For the same team that we were fighting for against to get in this play, and they all lost, and we lost. We would have won that game in Portland. Man, we would have probably been in ninth right now, or kind of tied with somebody for that position. So we still in it, though. We're only 2 games out of 32 losses. Atlanta and Wizards got 30 losses, so we still got to keep grinding tonight and everything. But other than that, man, it's great to be in here. Shaw, what's good with you, Pam?
Ain't nothing. Just looking over some stuff on this, trying to get a little homework done and stuff like that. Everything good though. Salute to once again, salute to the chat. Yeah, big game tonight, man. We got another big game for the Knicks. Once again, words spoken almost every game we play. Another big game for them tonight. This team is not playing that well this year, so this should be a team that we should beat. We're back home, and it should be something to something to watch.
Yeah, real talk. Hebrew line of Judah. I hope we see a team that come out tonight, man, and realize they squandered a good opportunity the other day. Let's hope we see a team come out there with a lot of fight and energy and passion, and don't let this be a trap game for them. My man Lion. If they don't make it a trap game and go out there and play their game, I think we should be able to prevail pretty good. But man, they that game in Portland, man, we was up like 23, man. We gave that game away. That was just, like I said, that was really disappointing, man. I was so the air that went out of the sail. Let me put it that way. The other day, man, when they lost that game, man, third quarter, 4:50 left in the third quarter, you up 23, man, and you just let Simons run amok. And and I was like, man, and the only thing I'm disappointed that was when I wanted to see McBride in here. I mean, I thought you should have brought in a defense-minded guy in there who could have slowed that man down. But obviously, Tibbs didn't go that route. But losing Mitchell Robinson and Cam Reddish that game was a big reason why we lost that game. The Cam Reddish was playing well. his ankle, he had a little ankle twist there, whatever the case may be, and Mitchell Robinson went down. I really think that affected that whole outcome of that game because you notice they started going to that bucket and started driving that ball in the lane, and they couldn't do nothing. And then they didn't have no answer for Simons. And he got it going, Shot Powell. And I just think that really was the key to that game the other day, man. So it was a disappointing loss to say, but like I said, we know we live to fight another day. We pretty much like round about 25 games in the season, some of that nature. So we got to make the best of it. We only 2 games out of the play-in, so we still got a chance to fight. And the Wizards play the Pistons tonight. Obviously the Hawks is off tonight, so we won't have to worry about them tonight. But we got a chance to pick up a half a game on somebody. Let's hope we can go out there and get it done tonight.
Yeah, that last game was deflating again. Once again, that was that was a deflating game right there, man. That was a game that with 4 minutes or so in the third quarter, we kind of had it under wraps and just fell apart and stuff. And they started playing different. They went back to the ISO ball. Tim sub the starters in real quick, man. They was in early in the fourth quarter, man. They was in like around 9 minutes or so, 8 minutes and some change, 9 minutes. He subbed them in early once they started the lead started going down. And Simons did kill us, but Nurkic, man, you couldn't stop him from grabbing a rebound from anybody that was down there, man. And at one point in time, I think instead of having Taj in there, you might have to throw Sims in there. Could have, it may not have made much of a difference, but he may have got 1 or 2 extra rebounds than what Taj was doing because Nurkic had like 300 rebounds on us or 30 rebounds on us or something like that, man.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, whew. Yeah. Aside from that, though, man, they played a well game. That game was played, and some of our starters wasn't really hot. Like Fournier wasn't really smoking. Kemba in the first couple of quarters wasn't really smoking. And they start coming back and they start getting hot. We were down 12 and we end up I think we beat them the first quarter, so it beat them in the second. I know we beat them a couple of quarters, man, I think we beat them every quarter except for the last quarter. I think the last quarter we only scored like 11, 12 points, man. Terrible loss, man.
Yeah, real talk. Yeah, Robert, new name. I got you, my brother. 20 rebounds. Absolutely, he was killing it.
20 rebounds.
Yeah,
I was.
Hey, Will, man, we glad Boston lost that game too, man. But man, can you imagine we would have won that Portland game, and Boston lost 2 games in a row. That they lost that Celtic game and the game before that night, and the Wizards had lost. I was like, man, we win that. We gonna be good when we come back in on Monday. So we got to try to capitalize on these next 2 games. And try to get these last 2. We got 5 games, I think 4 or 5 games at home coming up. So we got obviously before we go into the break, we got the game today. Then we got the Brooklyn Nets. Then we come out the gate with Miami, and we also come out the game with the Sixers, with new revamped Sixers. And with the James Harden situation down there now, he'd be back after the All-Star game. He'd be ready to go for the Sixers. So they're going to be fueled up, but we're going to see how it go though. Yeah, absolutely, Rob. You're right about that, man. They did. So it was disappointing that they lost the game. But we just got to live to fight another day. We still in this mix. We still in the mix shop. How we just got to keep it going. And and for me, it was like, you can't play them many good quarters and only with that last bit, man. You got to play 48 minutes. You got to go hard. You got to keep competing. You can't take your foot off the gas. Yeah, and they got to keep it for the gas. But you're right though, man. We got to have Mitch, and we're gonna get into that, man. Because we're gonna talk about that later on in the segment. I'll put up all the segments on the floor. Do we go ahead and extend Mitch before the season is over? Because there was reports out there that Brock Aller had something like a deal for Mitch with some picks and whatever, and but the Knicks continue to feel like they didn't want to do that. Tibbs didn't want to put Mitch out there, put him up, take him off the team by a trade. So, like I said, I'm glad he did it. I'm glad he did it because now we're going to find out if Mitch going to get locked up. So, Robert, we definitely get into that segment, man. And we'll talk about that. But other than all, man, let's just get into some of it, man. We got 25 games left. Shop Howard, man, like I said, I love to see us go at least 17-8. You know what I mean? 17-8 would be nice.
That would be real nice.
I think we really got to try to get to 17-8, and then if we get to 17-8, that puts us basically around 40-something wins. And we should be able to capitalize and get in the playoffs, but with playing the play-in with that amount of wins. So I would love to see it go maybe like I said, 15-8, and that's like 7 games over 500. That'd be good if we get end the season like that. So hopefully we can get Mitch and them back. RJ will be back. Derrick Rose will be back. So I do think that's going to be pivotal. We can get them guys back after the All-Star break and maybe try to go on a mini run. But it would be nice to close out the next couple of games on a winning streak to get us to the All-Star break. Then we come back out of All-Star break with everybody ready to go. And we got a week off in between that, probably something like that, to really get the team back to practicing a little bit, go over a lot of stuff, man. And I think it'll make a big difference with the last 25 games left.
Oh, it's no question. Especially I say one thing, man. We watch IQ, we watch Obi, and you know some games they're on, some games they're off. But the one thing that was kind of, I don't want to say consecutive or consistent, but they played better when D Rose was with them, man. And this may help Obi uh, get a couple of extra minutes a night, get a couple of extra points a night. I think with D Rose coming back, I think it would I really, really think it's going to help our IQ because it takes a lot of pressure of him, have to facilitate and not knowing if he has to pass the ball, or if he's going to shoot the ball, or if he's going to dribble the ball and then come back out and start all over again. It takes a lot of that away from him. And the big thing that I'm waiting for is to see what happens with D Rose. D Rose D Rose is something that we need back expeditiously.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I think it's gonna we're gonna need all our horses, man, to come up here and make it happen, man. Um, and if we do, we'll do that. Hey, SS Cat, maybe later on in the segment, I'll let you guys come in. I'll have no problem with that. You got to give me about maybe another half hour or something to go over the segment that we get in and we get it popping. Y'all can come on in. Yeah, but it would be real interesting to see if they can rebound off this thing. I think it's really needed because, like I said, the next 25 games it's going to be brutal. I'm going to put up the schedule because if you look at the 25 games, the games within that schedule, they daunting, man. That's a daunting schedule they got ahead, and they got some really really interesting games coming up in there, man. And I would really want to hopefully the Knicks could prevail on a lot of them. And as a matter of fact, let me throw that up there, man. The schedule is daunting coming up, and they got some really tough games. And let's start with tonight. Tonight, we right here. We got the Thunder tonight. And here the next game. After that, we got Brooklyn on Wednesday. Then we come out of the All-Star break, guys. We got the Miami Heat at the Garden, the Sixers at the Garden. Then we go to Philadelphia. Then we go out west to Phoenix, the Clippers. Then we got the Kings. We got the Mavericks, Grizzlies, Nets. Them all on the road. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games on the road in a row after we play Philly after the All-Star break. Then we come back home. Then we got the Blazers at the Garden. That's a revenge game. We got the Wizards at the Garden. That's going to be a revenge game there. Not a revenge game, but we need that game. The Wizards at the Garden. Then we got the Jazz, the Hawks. We got the Hornets. We go to the Hornets. We go to the Heat. So we got a really tough schedule, guys. And I think we just got to take advantage of it. I'm hoping that when everybody get back, Shy Powers, that they be ready to roll. We got more firepower. RJ be ready. And everybody who's unhealthy be healthy. And I think we can get in here and try to compete with the schedule. This schedule is tough, man. It really is, man. This is do or die for the Knicks.
The schedule does look, like you said, daunting. But every game that you've seen against an East Coast team, if we can win, it will push us up almost a half a game. It's like we got the net. Even right now, if it says so much, man. If you just sit and look and start, doing like you just put up there and look at it, really, it's still a way that we can still somehow get into this play-in. And one of the biggest games, another one was one of the latter games against Atlanta. If we could stay a game and a half behind Atlanta, we once we play them, man, it'll be a different. It'll make a difference, man. But we got to get on. We got to win, man. That's the big thing. We can't finish games, man. The last couple of games that we had these big leads, and we just let them slip away, or we get close and can't pull the punch or get over the hump. We gotta get over the hump, man. We need someone that's a finisher in that fourth quarter, and I'm just putting all my money on D Rose right now. We need D Rose back in the worst way because I think he is the type of guy that we need when everybody else is struggling, when no one can hit a shot or do anything like that. D Rose grab the ball and just drive it to the hole. You
Mhm.
know, get that money shot off, take that little jumper off the glass like he likes to take. You know, those are things that D Rose does and what we've been missing, and he's a pretty good facilitator too. So one of my big things now is hope we pull these games off before the All Star break, and I can't wait to D Rose come back, man. Maybe that might save our season.
Yeah, yeah.
Hopefully, fingers. I don't want to say fingers crossed. I'll
I
take
think
it
we
back.
miss we I think the reason where we at right now could be a lot to do with him.
Yes,
Yeah, missing D
yes.
Rose. That
I'm sorry, Divine. I'm sorry. All these little games that we like. This game we just lost. This game we just lost. D Rose in there. Fourth quarter, you know he's going to probably be in there. It's not going to be Kemba Walker in there. More than likely it's going to be D Rose in there, and he's just a change. He just makes the game different, man. He makes the game different. He makes you have to play him hard. And D Rose is a finisher, man. All his life he's been, making that shot that be like, yeah, that's what we needed. We needed that basket right there. And we just these last couple of games we had some of these games we've been having the look, but we just haven't been finishing, man. That finishing is what we need, man.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I said, and it's a team thing, but I think we just missing what he does for us. That second unit is missing Derrick Rose in a big way.
Bad.
Yeah, and there's no other way to say that. That not only was it 13 points a game, but it was veteran leadership,
Right.
a true point guard who know how to control the game when things getting out of hand. D Rose will settle everybody down and say, "Okay, guys, let's go to the bench and be able to command the huddle." You know what I mean? It's almost like that quarterback. You know what I mean? He's like Matthew Stafford last night, hypothetically. You know what I mean? He can go command that huddle, man, and like, God, listen, let's regroup. Let these cats making a run. Say you missed that stuff. You know what I mean? People don't understand how important when they mean by guys who can have that type of leadership, who vocally can settle you down when they see things going wrong in the game. They know when to stop, or just like a coach having a coach on the floor per se. And I think that's what it is. It's like having a coach on the floor where he knows how to settle the team down and get them going and regroup and I think that's what you're missing at, man. And obviously we're missing R.J. Barrett. We can't question how much we're missing him. You know what I mean? His defense in this game, the way he was playing basketball, it was phenomenal. He was putting up some good numbers, but it might be a blessing in disguise, though. It might be a blessing that he went down. So you know what? He can come out the next half of the season, the rest of these last
With a
25 games,
little
whatever,
rest.
and just run it. He
Hmm.
got to he probably have a second win. He got to get some rest. So guys like him and D Rose come back might be crucial for the Knicks, man. Because now he got in it, he got some rest. He got almost 2 weeks off, or a week, almost 2 weeks off, counting the All-Star break to come out here and get his mind right, get his game right. The way it was already going good. Now he probably could even go better. And I think D Rose, I know he itching to play. I just know D Rose itching to play. So like I said, with this crazy schedule we got coming up, 7 games on the West Coast, we got to take advantage of this homestand right now. I know Miami tough, I know Philly tough, but we at home and we got to try to hope coming out of the All-Star break we can win them 2 games because we know we're going right out there to play Philly, then we going to Phoenix. So, it's do or die right now. It's pretty much win and go home these next 10, 15 games. This next 10 games pretty much going to tell you where we're going to be at. But I think we're going to be up for the challenge, though. I'm really hoping that our guys come back, they're ready to ball out and make it happen. But I know tonight, it starts. But, let's talk about this thing, man, that Mitch extension. Like I said, there was, Mitch, they could sign Mitch. Do you want to wait till the off season come? Doing like they did, what's my man name for Superman Stafford Don, my brother, salute to you. Peace out. Peace, staff. They Gordon Darius Finney-Smith. They just signed him and or not Minnesota, excuse me, Dallas. Dallas signed him. And I think that if the Knicks going to keep Mitch, they might as well sign Mitch now, or at least put it out there, because here's why. If you don't sign him now, you're going into the offseason with a lot of competition. And the reports out there shot that the Bulls was interested in him.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Detroit Pistons was
It's
interested
like
in
5 teams.
Yeah, 5 teams. So if you the Knicks, do you go ahead and take a chance on locking Mitch up now, or wait till the offseason coming, and then you just put yourself in position to compete against, or might get outbidded? You know, it might be teams willing to give him more than we might give him. You know, so do you take that, if you want Mitch that much, do you take that gamble and get sign him now, or do you let him go into the offseason? What's your thoughts on that?
Well, I mean, I already said something about signing him now. I think they could do something real sweet for Mitch. You know what I mean? They could do something real sweet for him to show him, listen, we want you. We want to keep you here. We're going to give you something nice. We're going to give you a 2-year plus. You know what I mean? This way, if you and give you some incentives, like if you if you're double digits in rebounds and blah 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 and all this other stuff, give them some incentives so the money that they offer them is a plus. And tell them, listen, give us 2 years. Let us also sign RJ, because if you're going to stay here, I know you're going to want to play with RJ. We need to maybe sign Reddish in a couple of years and stuff like that. So we need to give you a team friendly contract and offer this guy, because I don't know if Mitch is going to get $20 million anywhere. I would love for him to get $20 million somewhere. That is my guy, even if he's not here in New York. But realistically, I think Mitch is more on the lines of like 12.5 to maybe 15 million, So if you could offer him somewhere around 13, I think for 2 years, say, listen, Mitch, after that second year, that third year, will extend you and give you a bonus of, whatever you got to do just to keep them here for now. I mean, if you don't do that, there was some speculation out there. I hate throwing out this hearsay, but that if Aiden, the guy from the Suns, I can't remember his first name, Aiden, they'll sign Mitch and trade him with maybe a Burks and a first or something like that to the Suns, and bring Aiden over here. There was some rumors about that, but if you're gonna sign a trade him, Aiden's contract is gonna be, I think I forget. I think it was 27, 30 million.
He's close to max.
He's got a pretty fat contract. I mean, I don't know. There's some things out there, but what I hope they keep Mitch. He's an offensive juggernaut. He's starting to get back his up and down. He's starting to play a more aggressive defense, and he's shutting some of these big guys down. Some of these centers down. So I hope they do. I hope somewhere, if they could get him around 13, sign him now, offer him 2 years plus, a third year bonus extension or something like that. If you do such and such, or extend his contract to, if he does good, extension in that third year, I don't see why it wouldn't happen. And everybody would be pretty much off the books. Fournier probably be gone by then. I don't think D Rose is going anywhere. Taj probably retire by then, another 2 years. I don't think Burks is going to be here. I said Fournier. I don't think Fournier is going to be here. So, we'll probably have a whole different team in another 2 years. And if he could just stay pat with the New York, the New York been doing him good, man. Got him back into shape, running up and down, getting him back, helping him with his injuries and stuff like that, held him down with that stuff. So I hope Mitch says, all right, listen, you offer me this for this, and take it.
Yeah. He's, Mitch is the ultimate warrior, though. He's the ultimate warrior.
Even the other night, sorry, Devon, I'm so sorry, man. But even the other night, he got hurt, went to the back and said that he wasn't coming back out. And then he came back out, re-injured he re-injured his leg, but he went back. They said that he wasn't coming back. He came back, grabbed the rebound, got a dunk, and hurt his foot again. And Tibbs left him in for like 2 extra minutes after that or something like that.
That's going to be. I think that's going to be what determines his contract is. How healthy can he stay?
Yeah.
That's going to determine how much money Mitch get on the market, and all that. You know what I mean? And I'm with Stafford down on that. You lock him up now, but here's what I would do. Like I said, I would give him 2 years, but I would front load it, $15 million a year.
Even that, yep.
Yeah, 15 million a year with a team option for another 15. You know what I mean? Because here's why I say that. If you lock him up for, instead of giving him 4 years, 50 million, 50 something, you can give him 3 years, 45 million with the 15 a year, but let that third year be a team option. Because let's say, if his injury history start getting too bad, at least you would be in a situation where you can probably say, you know what, we got a $15 million deal. We can move him. But I tell you what, man, I think the Knicks don't go nowhere without Mitchell Robinson. I just don't think they go nowhere. That would happen in that game in Portland.
Mm-hmm.
Every time you see Mitch play, always watch the Knicks game when he go out the game. It's just a different animal. Everybody start going in the hole. If Nerlens Noel not there and Todd can't block shots like that, you know what I mean? He's not a rim protector. He's a good one-on-one defender, but he's not a rim protector. You know what I mean? And Jericho Sims, he's not there yet. You know what I mean? He's just gonna take time for him, maybe 58 pick. You can't expect can't ask that young man to come in and do what Mitch do.
Yeah, he's still a little clumsy.
He still got a lot to learn when it comes to the NBA, and that's why I don't like to see a lot of people put pressure on him because he's the 58th pick. You know what I mean? Yeah, absolutely, man. And that's crazy right there, man. You know what I mean? And that's why I think we need that dude, man. He just changes the whole dynamics of rim protection. He really does, man. He keeps it honest, and what's so good about it, it kind of helped Fournier and Kemba Walker, who are subpar defenders. Having Mitch back there don't make them so detrimental to the team, whereas people just gonna burn them all the time. Because if Mitch ain't back there, it's layup city. And that's what happened in Portland the other night. Anthony Simon them just started running through that lane. When Mitchell Robinson went down, they just started running up in that lane like, okay, it's open season now. Let me just go all up in here and get my points. And I think that's why I don't have a problem with them extending Mitch before the season. Get it, extend him, whatever you're gonna do, lock him up. And I think, man, and what I think I gotta say about Mitch. Mitch said the other day, he said, I sold. He was in Twitter, like, listen, he said, I don't know about everybody else, but I gotta hold myself accountable because I didn't bring the energy and effort like I needed to. And he said, I sold. I love to hear that out of people like that, man, who take responsibility for their actions. Say, no, I didn't have a good game. My energy wasn't there. And then he held himself accountable. He said, I don't know about the other guys, but I know I did. And I think that's so important, man, when you got somebody who own up to what they're not doing good or what they know they didn't do good that day or could be better at it. And that's why I like guys like Mitch, man. That young man came a long way in New York, living off $1 million here, $1.8 million here. But I think the man has turned the corner. And then I noticed in the Portland game the other day, shot out, you see when he crossed it through his legs.
Yeah, man.
I was like, Mitch, like he ready to go in his bag and start playing some offense. I was like, whoa.
And he's still young, man. He still has time to be taught, man. He's still a teachable player. He's only 22, 23 or 23. I don't even think he's 24 yet. Maybe this year he may turn 24. So he's about as old as Obi right now, or close to how old. No, Obi. Oh, when was it? Oh, no, Obi. Yeah,
Obi 24.
24, right? So Mitch is still young. He can still be taught how to set a solid screen. He sets screens, but he don't set a solid screen. His legs are too. Oh, anyway, he opens his legs open a little too wide, I think. But he still has a chance to learn a jump hook. You know what I mean? And we've seen that he can put the ball on the floor. I mean, it was only maybe 2-3 times, a little crossover, something like that. He put that ball on the floor, man. He might be a threat going to the hole, man. He just has to learn how to do it, Yep. He's still young, man. He's still a young guy, 24 years old. He's still young. He still can be taught.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think they're gonna do it, man. They got to do that. It's just no way. Because to me, you don't let Mitch walk for nothing. You easily could have got a good player in the first round pick for Mitch. You know what I mean? So I don't think the Knicks just gonna let him walk. That's why I think they got to sign him now that the trading deadline done passed by. I think you got to go ahead and get this kid his money, and we take it from there. And listen, it's Valentine's Day. I'm gonna be generous. Let the chat in. Y'all know it's usually a closed panel show, but I'm gonna be generous today and let some of the panel up and let the chat up in here. And I send y'all a link there, man. And let SS Cash get in here. You know what I mean? And that's what it do, because it's Valentine's Day. So we gonna do it today, man. Y'all usually know it's just a closed panel show. So y'all gotta come in, man. Just be on your grind, be respectful, and everything. Just make sure we get it popping, and just be cognizant that we on live air. We get it popping, and I'm gonna bring the link in here for y'all can make it happen. But yeah, man, I'm looking forward to to what they're gonna do with Mitchell Robinson, and we'll take it from there, man.
Let me ask you this, Divine. If they sign him now, they would have to go over the cap, right?
That's correct.
Right. Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Just
that's
wanted to make
correct.
sure.
Yeah, because they already capped out already.
Right.
For
They
that.
capped out, so they would have to go over the cap. That would only be for whatever they offer him for this year or the
No,
remaining.
they can send him on. They can send him. They can give him his whole thing.
Oh, okay.
They sign him now. It don't kick in the next year, but they can extend him now.
Right. Okay.
He got to finish out his contract this year, and then going into 2022-23, that new contract will kick in.
Right. Exactly. Okay.
Yo, salute, Lee, salute was good. Hey, man, without further ado, I'm going to bring SS Cash in the building. Then come here with Knicks Real Talk, but we in the building on Valentine's Day and get it popping. SS, what's good, fam?
Yes, sir. What's good, fellas?
What's going on with you, brother?
Before anything, thank you for allowing me in this room, brother.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, God. No,
what do you think about that Mitch extension, man?
The Mitch extension?
Yeah, right. Do you think we're going to extend him? Do you think we should extend him, or what you think?
Yo, you know what? That's because Mitch he's so like he can't. He's not. I never felt like Mitch gave himself that opportunity to just get that. As far as there's been ups and downs with him, man. So I right now I'll just say well, my whole thing is I think Mitch is more valuable in the older schemes of NBA rather than the newer schemes, because today he'll get fouled out all day. He'll get fouled out. He's not gonna like you know he.
Saying like he's an old school center. That's what you're saying.
Right.
Right,
because today the way he moves, everything is a foul for him now.
So you think because of the speed of the game and the way the NBA is now constructed with a lot of guard play, you think that it just takes away from his ability to have effect on the Knicks anyway?
No, I think Mitch could play with the young boys now today, but I just feel like his man, I just feel like we missed the opportunity with him.
Okay.
He's going on the unrestricted free agency. I just feel like we could have kept him in our farm. Well, I just looked at the Knicks as a farm right now, man. Because we're not doing nothing. If you're gonna raise some good players, that's awesome. But I just feel like Mitch should have been in that. But Mitch is out.
Yeah. He definitely had an issue with the injury part. He's been much better this year, the last couple of years, not getting in foul trouble, thanks to Kenny Payne. But for me, it's like look what happens when he's not playing. And I just think that he's so valuable to this team because we don't, without Nerlens Noel, without I think it seems like every time Mitch go out the game, people make runs on the Knicks. They get back in the game. His offense rebounding is second to none because we in a jump. The reason why I like Mitch in this modern age for me, Cash, is this here. This is a jump shooting league now. Everybody shoot jump shots, but all jump shots don't go in, and that's why Mitchell Robinson be dominating on that glass. While he cleans up, he's like his offense rebound is second to none because if you shooting jump shots, they don't go in. Even on our team, sometimes them cats will throw the ball in because they know Mitch gonna clean it up, and I think that's one of the main reasons. And I think he's been limited to with not having the player development, obviously injuries. I think when you think about it, without having the player development we didn't have over 4 years ago, now we do have some, and it's a tough call. I'm a Mitch guy. I think Mitch's numbers.
Listen, brother Divine, I agree with everything you're saying. I'm not against Mitch. I just feel that we are in a position where we didn't put ourselves in the best position to get our best young guys.
Okay.
What about this, Cash? What you feel about if Mitch can finally get a point guard that can facilitate to him? How would you feel if we kept Mitch and we got a perennial all-star point guard to try to facilitate some of his assists to Mitch?
First thing first, OG, I want to keep Mitch, right?
Facts.
But I just feel like there's gonna be like after what Mitch showed at this point of his, I think it's gonna be a lot of teams that's gonna throw money at him a lot.
Yeah.
That we may not even be able to match because I don't know.
I feel you.
I don't think we should match a max or a big contract for Mitch because like he does yo Mitch. I love Mitch, man. He's like a what you call him, like a screwdriver, you know, like look, man. Sometimes that's all you need just to get it. That's it. But he's like that. He's like a good tool to have. I just feel like that after this season, I don't feel like he has enough
We're gonna keep him.
energy from his team, at least, to say like you're our guy.
Okay.
And Mitch, and everybody knows Mitch is a big internet guy. So I know he's seen like whether like a guy like that. I don't know if necessarily we need him. And I love Mitch. He's gonna get them dunks. He's gonna do everything he gotta do. But if we really want to win a chip, Mitch could be a part of that. But if Mitch has like individual feelings about, I'm just not like high on guys that just be selfish about their stats or whatever. I just felt like that's what's going on right now.
I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying, Cash. Like, if we offer him 14 and somebody offers him 17, you think he's out of here, right?
Yeah.
I think we're gonna hold on to him. I think we're gonna hold on to him as much as we can because like you can't get it. Mitch is he's special. He is special. I mean, not act like he's just some regular guy. Like Mitch is special, and he could potentially be the number one guy in blocks and steals.
Yeah.
As a center.
Mm. Yeah, I think you know what? When I look at Mitch, I look at Clint Capella, I look at Rudy Gobert, and I look at Robert Williams. I look at a lot of these guys. They're not stretch guys, but they just so important to their team. Is that it's hard to pass them up because like I'm saying, they get Clint Capella extension this year, like 2 years, 40-something million. That's 20, almost 21, 23 million a year. And
that's the problem. That's
yeah.
when it start getting into money.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I get all twisted at because I'm all like, yo, I'm just like, yo, you on the team, you on the Knicks. So I just be like, yo, if you on the Knicks, so that should be it. You should be just happy to be on this team right here.
Yeah, I feel you.
It don't work like that.
Yeah, you're right. Yo, Stafford Don, my brother, what's good, man?
Stafford.
What's good, panel? Shout out to the chat.
Peace.
Peace. Yo, yeah, I'm good, man. I'm blessed, man. I can't complain, man. You know what I mean? Another day in this jungle. You know what I mean? But we gonna get through.
Yeah, true. Hey, man, talk to me, man, about that Mitch thing.
But
right? I can say one thing. Let me say one thing, Stafford. Yo, being allowed. Let me make sure allowed is the biggest word. Being allowed to be with like some of these great minds, and when it comes to the next universe, man, that's a blessing.
Yeah, yes, sir. Likewise, brother. It's real
Word,
talk.
word. But
Yes, Stabby.
I'm going ahead and give Mitch the bag, man. But this
Good,
is a
Stepper.
thing. This is a thing, and I agree with you, Shay. We need a point guard to open up more of his offense,
Fact.
right? And integrate him more in the pick and roll, because you see, the only person that really looks out for him is RJ.
That's it.
You know what I mean? When they run that pick and roll and they find him for the alley oop. So
Mustafa, right?
I don't necessarily think that we need a big man to hit the outside jump shot and I mean, he could go ahead and get a hook shot. That's fine. Do the little putbacks. That's all dandy with me. You know what I'm saying? So
But I'm sorry. I don't
so
want to cut you off.
I'm giving Mitch the bag, yo. Regardless, and I like that number between 13 and 15 to give it to him.
Right. Right.
But anything more than that,
Mm.
you know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. I think you got to give him that 13 or 15. He's worth it, man. Listen, if you give him Nerlens Noel $10 million, you got to give Mitchell Robinson at least 15 million, straight up and down. I mean, this kid dropping doubles. His offense rebound is second to none. I mean, his energy. I mean, like I said, you look at the Knicks when he's playing on the court, and you look at the Knicks when he's off the court. That tells you his value right there. You know what I mean? That's how
No,
valuable it is. It's unbelievable.
his win shares is equal to winning.
Fact.
You know what I'm saying? If you look up those also too, you know what I mean? He's leading in offensive rebounds. He's in the top 10.
Mm-hmm.
In the top 10 defensive. He could block shots around the rim. You know what I'm saying? So I'm definitely going to make the bag before we even restrict free agent, because you don't and Chicago
Breaking up,
kind
John.
of
Breaking up, Stafford. Stafford,
You're
you're breaking up,
Stepper.
brother.
Yeah, we hear you just a little bit breaking in and out. But go ahead, we got you though. Keep it moving. We got you, brother.
Yeah, man. So you know, I'm giving Mitch the bag, man. But we just got to incorporate him in the offense and run some more pick and rolls. And you know what I mean? Look at Rudy in Utah with that bag. Look at homeboy there in Cleveland with his 100 million. So and Mitch is just about good as those players.
Stafford, every time Mitch pulled down, he's going for like 3 games, bro.
I mean, you got to look at it. He's coming off a foot injury, right? He's back in shape now. You know what I mean? He's getting his win back.
Yeah.
Balling out.
Yeah.
You can't tell me that boy ain't been balling out. But anyway, fellas, I just wanted to come on and chop up for a little bit.
Yo, Stafford, no doubt. Yo, but I want to ask you a question, right? So, Booms, right? So, you will roll with a brother, like if it's life or death, you're gonna roll with a brother that you don't secure of, and you're not sure of. Like, we need some security into here, man.
Yeah, Staff, you want to? I look at it this way right here. For me, we just got to First of all, I think you take him in for this reason here. For me, we drafted him. This cat been here 4 years, making $1 million, man. You know what I mean? You can always trade Mitch. I think Mitch been playing with New York for 4 years on $1 million, $1.8 million. I mean, you know what? He stayed, and I think once Nick always Nick. But here's the thing with me. That's the reason why I said do the short thing, maybe like a 2 year with a team option, because that way you're not suffering stuck for 4 years with a $15 million 4 years. Say, listen, Mitch, because of your injury history, because of what we concerned about, let's just do a 2-1, two with the option. And I think it allows them to see, you know what, if he stay healthy, play the first 2 years, and he's worth the contract, they just opt him in on that team option. You know what I mean? The team opt him in there. and I think it worked well. So in 3 years, 4 years, Mitch made $5 million in 4 years since he's been in the league. We do that two plus one. He stayed healthy 3 years. He made $45 million in 3 years, as opposed to $5 million in 4 years. So I think it could be a win-win for the Knicks because he's one thing about Mitch. Rudy Gobert got, like Stafford Don said, Rudy Gobert got $200 million, bro. $200 million. And I know Mitch can give us, if Mitch is worth half of that. I think he's worth half of it. You know what I mean? Or if not even half, a quarter of it. If you give Mitch a quarter of Rudy Gobert's contract, that's $50 million. I think the Knicks should keep Mitch around that $55 million deal, just like they did my man Robert Williams. And then, but make sure it favors a team friendly opposed to the player option. Then that way, at the end of that second year, if you don't think Mitch gonna cut it that third year, you take that $15 million off the books.
OG, I'm gonna say one thing, man. I told everybody that I know and I love the Knicks. I said, yo, man, if we ain't doing certain things, man, look, man, turn that TV off, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, we've been Knicks fans, and as being a Knicks fan, you had to endure some pain for a long time.
Right.
And we right now have been put in position to do something, and we did nothing. And right now, I'm just saying, like, yo, they keep us playing because we New Yorkers, we keep watching again. Like I say, yo, man, cut it off. Cut it off. Cut it off.
I know one thing that I noticed about.
Remember when they said we was gonna protest Dolan, and then he brought in who he brought in? He brought in the big white man. He brought in oh man. Who was Kobe coach? I'm sorry, guys. I forget his
Phil,
name.
who you talking about? Phil Jackson?
Yeah, he brought in Phil Jack. And we said we was about to come in and protest the next team. You guys remember that?
Yeah.
We was gonna go and say we not watching no more, and we're protesting this whole shit. And then he brought Phil Jackson because it was nostalgic. Because he brought the Bulls to championships and the Lakers to championships.
Phil Jackson.
But when he came here, he didn't care about none of that. He wanted to get some bread and wanted to do things he wanted to do. Which, yo, look, man, this whole organization needs to understand. Look, we could be the most losingest organization and still sell the most merch, everything. These guys don't have no reason to make this team better. These owners are making money regardless. When we're mad, when we're upset, we come out here and they still making money. They still making money regardless. Whether we win or not.
I hear you about them making money, but if I'm an organization and I'm trying to do some things, I ain't trying to lose. So I'm trying to win. I play to win. So I'm pretty sure all these guys is making money. If you winning, you making more money. You got you regular season don't make no difference. If you make it to the playoffs, you make more money because the tickets go up at Madison Square Garden. If you make it past the second round to the playoffs, that's more money. So I think the idea of the New York Knicks, I think they want to win. And chirping back onto the thing about Mitchell Robinson, just remember this about Mitchell Robinson. This year, Mitchell Robinson didn't have no, he didn't start off the year with the young guys playing any minutes. He was out for 12 months, and this guy right now is like the number 3 person of offensive rebounds this year. Right now, if we could get a chance to offer Mitchell something that's feasible for Mitch, I think Mitch will take that money and run with it because I think Mitch wants to be here being a Knick. And another reason why we need to hold on to Mitch because we have a lot of jump shooters. Our team is comprised of a lot of jump shooters. Cam Reddish, Mitchell Robinson.
Right,
Cam Reddish, Randall, RJ, Grimes,
right.
and all these guys shoot jump shots. And you know what Mitchell Robinson does real good? He grabs offensive rebounds. You know where offensive rebounds come from? From people missing the shot or he going up for the ball to grab the ball after we make a shot. That's something that we need to hold on to. And if we don't hold on to somebody like a Mitchell Robinson for a team that shoots a lot of jump shots, then I'm hoping Mitch wants to be here because the only reason Mitch doesn't sign back with us if Mitch doesn't want to stay here. That's what I believe. And I believe Mitch wants to stay here because I think he wants to play with RJ. I think he wants to play with Cam Reddish. I think he wants to play with Deuce McBride. I think he wants to play with Grimes. So I think the team that we have here, I think Mitch knows these guys and been with these guys for so long that I think that may make a big part of him staying here in New York. And hopefully we can hold on to him because our team is a jump shooting team and Mitch grabs rebounds, and he's an offensive
I'm
juggernaut. That's what we
and,
need.
Yeah,
and
real talk.
Chan,
Let me
Chan,
hey,
I
hey, hey,
believe
hey,
that,
Cash,
but look, look
Cash,
how
excuse me
much
for a
of them
minute.
guys,
Excuse
look
me for
how
a
much
minute.
of them guys you named. I can't even toss them a alley.
Hey, Cash, excuse me. I got to go through the next segment, man. I got to keep it moving. I don't want to stay on one harp on one thing. Yeah, let me keep it moving and get to the segments of the show. I just want to get into this off the Kimber Walker situation. Sean Powell, do we buy out Kimber Walker? Do you think we should try to buy him out? Do you want to go through the rest of the season with him? What's your interpretation on the Kimber Walker situation?
Kimber Walker, I think we just hold on to him to the end of the year. I don't think we buy him out. Two reasons. I think he's a good coach to these young guys for this year. He showed them. He talks them up. He's working really well. I've noticed with RJ Barrett. He's always in RJ's ear. He's always showing him moves. He's shaking his shoulder. He's telling him certain things. And I think RJ, since Kimber's been here, has elevated his game. Not per se so much about Kimber Walker, but I think some of the things that a veteran guy like Kimber Walker knows could give a little tutelage to a younger guy like RJ Barrett. Do I think we buy him out? I think we hold on to him until the end of the year and probably package him in a trade or let him go at the end of the year, something like that, and give him if we're gonna buy him out at the end of the year, less money we got to give to him. I
Okay.
mean, if
I
we
got
let him
two
go
things I
now,
gotta say.
we're gonna end up paying out the rest of this year plus the 4C money for last year. I mean for the next year.
Fellas,
So keep him this
I
year.
got two things I gotta
Keep
say.
him this year and just keep it moving.
Go ahead, Cash.
I got two things I gotta say. It don't got nothing to do with the next, but it's definitely for our New York City residents. Yo, I don't know if I could advertise anything right now, but it's for to get a job right now, a good job. Can I say it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Listen, if anybody want a job in the USPS postal service,
Right.
uh, look, I got two opportunities. We got one for to being a window clerk, which is non-career, but you can get mad money. You start out at $23 an hour. And I also have a career job, which is labor custodian. Brooklyn, New York. You start out that job, that's the career. There's no potential like that. And I just want everybody around me, to have opportunities that I had. That's all.
Okay, yeah. He came up a little bit, but like I said, man, y'all casting
I,
Cash
if
about the
you want me
UPS
to send,
job.
if you want me to send you the link, I'm talking about the labor custodial is only from today to the 19th, and I'm talking about if you apply for that right now, I'm pretty sure, like, dog, I got the paperwork right here, man. I'm pretty sure, like, from today to the 19th, you apply for that, pass that little quick test, man. You get a career, people. A career. Ain't nobody can, you know. I started.
Y'all check out Cash. Cash got that. Y'all, he sent the link, man. UPS out there. United States Postal Service, New York. Y'all go follow what the brother was saying, man. If y'all need a job out there, it's Valentine's Day, man. We spending love up in here today, and so y'all get it popping, man. And I appreciate that, Cash, man.
If you in New York, if you in New York, you want that job. It's Brooklyn and New York City, and I did that myself. That's how I got on. That's how I got on here. And today, I'm living life, brothers. I'm living life. Everything.
All right, Cash.
Everything.
We appreciate that, brother.
Everything goes, you go. You know what I'm saying? I don't be trying to be doing too much, but brothers, if you get down with the situation, we put ourselves in the situation.
That's what's up. Yeah, man. Well, like I said, for me with the Kimber Walker, thank you for that, Cash, man. Appreciate that info, brother. Real talk. And for me, for the Kimber Walker situation, you know what? It's almost if you ride the season out with Kimber Walker, you definitely not going to be able to get some of you're going to lose a roster spot. That's my only trepidation with the Kimber Walker situation, is that we losing an opportunity to give another young man an opportunity to get his feet wet. That's the pro. That's a con to it. The pro to it is a savvy veteran who's been around the league, who can educate these young guys about basketball, like Top Howard said, teach them all the nuances and ins and outs and everything. The bad thing is that he's got a losing record on the court with us. His defense is tough. Like the other day, he had 17, close to 20, but his defense was suspect. You know what I mean? So you got to take the pros and cons with Kimber Walker. But to me, I look at it this way: he got $8 million on that deal next year. We almost at the end of the season with 25 games left. So he done played 3/4 of the year already, pretty much. So his contract is probably $10 million.
Yeah, probably about
if
that.
Kimber Walker willing to say, y'all give me $7 million, I'll leave. If I was the Knicks, I'll do it. I think it's worth letting Deuce McBride, Grimes, and Cam Reddish play basketball the rest of the year. You cannot realize how important it is for these. Because think about it, when Derrick Rose come back, when RJ come back, that means Grimes and Cam Reddish, because of Kimber Walker still on the team, might not get a chance to get burned constantly, because one of them will have to become situational. I'm willing to sacrifice $3 million to make Cam Reddish better for next year, and I'm willing to sacrifice $3 million to make McBride get some burn for next year. So it's like tough. It's pros and cons. You know what I mean? You damn if you do, damn if you don't. You know what I mean? But I do.
Yo, I don't know. Yo, Cam was looking. I don't know. Cam looked like he got a lot of flaws on him.
Yeah, I do, but I do also think that's because he's not playing that much. You know what I mean? He played 5 minutes, 3 minutes. Basketball is a game of rhythm, and I think the more you play, the better you get. You know what I mean?
I talked to my brother the other day about this next thing, right? That could transform your mind. Like we could get new it's a Knicks. Yo, being a Knicks fan, you have to be. It's so much things you have to have to be a Knicks fan. As far as like you gotta be ready to sit and hear shit every day about your team. But I'm just saying,
Yeah. At the chat, y'all got some great points there. Frank Mouse said, Divine, we need Kimber's contract. That's more valuable. Kimber to not say
post office.
For me, here's my thing. If say we keep Kimber to the end of the year, that's not a
sorry, brother. Next time, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's a hard contract to move to me. You know what I mean?
Next time. Yeah.
It's a hard contract to move. When we go into the offseason with Kimber Walker one more year, that might not be an easy contract to move. People already gave up on Kimber Walker already. You couldn't even move him at the deadline. You know what I mean? And I just don't know how hard it's going to be to put him in a deal to go to another team. They're gonna say we're gonna go Kemba Walker the deal.
But look how easy he was moved to the Knicks, because we don't take all the due diligences. We just look at big names because we're New York City. You just say, oh, you didn't say, oh, Kemba got dusted off by OKC. That team is literally a junior varsity team. And they dusted him off to us, and we acting like we got a prize.
Yeah, I agree with you, Frank, on that. I agree with. Listen, like I said, it's a 50-50 thing with me. I agree. Contracts that they're expiring is always and they helpful. I guess I play this here. If we keep Kemba Walker, which I'm fine with, I have no problem with it. I mean, we keep Kemba Walker. Nobody can complain about Cam Reddish and Grimes them not getting no minutes. If they're gonna play Kemba Walker the rest of the year, Derrick Rose come back. Nobody can complain that Tibbs is not playing the young guys. You can't complain about that. You can't.
I'm not gonna put
Derrick Rose will be back. Hold on for a minute, Cash. Derrick Rose will be back at the end of the All-Star break. Am I right, Shop? RJ Barrett gonna be back. If you start Kemba Walker, they not doing that now. See, that's what I don't understand. They not doing that now. If Kemba Walker should have been they should have been put him on the bench. Why? To me, they not doing it now. Tibbs starting Kemba Walker every game that he can. So I guarantee you, when my man come back, somebody is not going to be playing. So and Burks is pretty much now is already on the bench. You know what I mean? Because you got Kemba Walker, Fournier, Quentin Grimes. You know what I mean? So I think Burks going to play. I think all these cats going to play. Tibbs going to play these guys until they mathematically out of the playoff. Once they're eliminated, he'll probably roll out all the young guys. But I do think that he's gonna ride them boys until they out of the playoff. So when Derrick Rose come back next week, RJ come back next week, them two roster spots. I mean, I'm talking about situational. That's gonna be brought back to them veterans. And the way Grimes is playing, it's not fair to take Grimes out. And if y'all want Cam Reddish,
Grimes ain't coming out. Grimes got a whole. He got his own spot, man.
Listen, Grimes got a chair. He got it. You ever sitting in your mouth, nigga? That's Grimes' chair.
Right.
Yeah, man. Yo, bro.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. Hey, Frank, I don't want to say we necessarily out now because we really 2 games out of that play-in, man. I mean, we win tonight, and the Hawks lose tonight. Not the Hawks, the Wizards lose tonight.
OG.
Yeah.
OG. What would you rather? Would you rather us keep playing, or would you rather us get a good pick?
Play to win.
Play to win.
Always.
I play to win.
Play to win.
I believe you got to set the culture, man. You can't.
Play to win. Whatever happens, happens.
Yeah, you can't allow the guy to have a loser mentality.
But in theory, could we not play to win to get a good pick, and that's playing to win as well?
Of course. If we keep hopefully, I don't want to say this out my mouth, but if we keep losing, no matter what we do, if we play to win and we lose, we still get a high draft pick, no matter what. But if we play to win and make the play-in, which one is better, the play-in or getting the first-round pick, number 12? Which one is better if we make it to the play-in?
No, I don't want 12.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna be, around 10 to 12. We ain't gonna be top 5. I think we're gonna be like 12 or 11. We're not even in 9 or 10 now. I think we like a 12 or 11 right now as you speak. I don't want to go there. I think we like 12 play. I mean, if we get a pick right now, we'd be in like the top 12. I don't think we in the top 10. If we were close to the top 10, it might have been a thought, but we're not even in the top 10. And even if we get into top 10, who's to say what we're going to get? We got players on the bench right now that we don't even play. Deuce McBride doesn't get no burn. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and we're gonna go, and we're looking to go get another first-round pick. I don't know about that. Then we got to pay him. Too. When he come in here, he ain't getting no $900,000 or $1.8 million. He's gonna be a couple of $1 million. He's gonna be $8, $10, $12 million. You know what I mean? So if he one of those first round picks, he ain't getting no Simsdale or no McBridedale. He's not getting no
Goddamn, son.
under $2
Could I
million.
get some motherfucking love? God,
Yeah.
you just shut
Be
down the
careful. Be
whole
careful with the language.
aspect of my thoughts.
Hey, I look at
Nah,
it
I
this
love
way.
it though. No, it's real. It's real. It's real. It's real. It's real.
I don't think the Knicks
Talking
gonna. I
fact.
don't think.
Because
Listen,
I wasn't jacking that neither, but it was just a lot of motherfuckers jumping out the window like, yo. Well,
yeah, we good. And listen, I think this year,
God
guys,
damn.
the Knicks gonna fight. Let me do it. The Knicks gonna fight for the play-in. They're gonna do whatever they can. The Knicks is not. They're not coming off a 41-31 season and to go the opposite way. I don't think the Knicks are gonna do that. And I know much we want this thing to go another way. It's not so. I know it's what we want. It's what they're gonna do. You know what I mean?
But
You know, we
our picks is gone, right?
Right. It ain't about us because I do believe the Knicks and Tom Thibodeau and that organization, like y'all keep fighting to get in this thing because I'm gonna tell you why.
Yo,
You a true Knicks fan. Hold up for a minute, Cat. You a true Knicks fan. Y'all remember 1999? Come on. You know, once you get in the dance, you in the dance.
It don't make a
Once you
difference.
you in there. And anything can happen once you get in. This is not a bad team. We just had bad breaks with COVID and injuries. I just think that when
we need two more guys. We need 2 more guys. That's it.
Yeah, I think when RJ and my man come back, we fight, we scrap to get in this play-in, and you let the shit fall where they may. You know, and I think that's what it's gonna be, man. We got to do it that way. And don't give up on the team yet because they ain't over till it's over. I really think we're gonna try to make it happen. So
Play to win.
you know, it is what it is. We just got to do for it. But listen, man, we're gonna get ready for that game. And all that good stuff, man. And Cash, I appreciate you coming on, brother. Real talk. Thank you for coming on.
Yo, I thank you for having me here, man. Salute to all the big brothers out here. Look,
salute,
man.
Cash.
I'm a young y'all, man. That's all. I'm a young y'all, man, and I'm coming, man.
Yes, sir.
I'm trying to figure this situation out. I know y'all dudes are still confused, like, where should we go?
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Hey, Frank, here we got one thing we do got to say. The Knicks are playing the young guys.
All of them.
They playing them. You know, they are playing the young guys. I think us as a fan base, I think we got to look at Knicks got 10 young guys on that team. The majority of that roster is young. They all play. You know, Tibbs got quickly in his second year playing backup shooting guard for 2 years in a row. Obi been playing backup power forward for 2 years in a row. Quentin Grimes is actually playing. Mitchell Robinson is playing. Some of them guys, they get the minutes, but they don't take advantage of the minutes when they give them to them. It's really nothing too much you could do. You know what I mean? And I think sometimes people say, well, why Tibbs don't play the young guys? Sometimes the young guys not playing themselves. Because when you get on that court, you got to be able to take advantage of the opportunity. You know what I mean? Like my man Reddish is doing it. Grimes is doing it. Sims not doing it so much. You know, he might have one game where he have an athletic play and a block shot, and that's it. But then the rest of the game,
we're not gonna put Reddish up there like crazy either.
Right. And I think then you got to look at the dollar wise. You got to look at the reason why. I think the reason why a Frank Matos, you my brother, man. But let me tell you something. Jericho Sims is not Todd Gibson. He can't hold a candle to Todd Gibson. Let's not get it twisted. Jericho Sims is not Todd Gibson. Not no way in any way. Jericho Sims cannot do 1/8 of what that man.
Brother, something, man. Quentin Grimes.
I meant
when it's said and done. When it's said and done,
he gonna be special.
Grimes get his thing together. And he start understanding the NBA floor more and start understanding the pressure. Quentin Grimes is our Klay Thompson, bro.
Yeah. He gonna be the future. He's the future. He's the future too at the Knicks. He's definitely the future. You don't mess with Quentin Grimes. See, that's what I mean. He took advantage of his opportunity, shot. See, Quentin Grimes, he took advantage of his opportunity. Sometimes you got to take advantage of your opportunity. You know, when you get in that game, you better make the best of it with a team like the Knicks. Because you got to remember something. The Knicks is fighting they were fighting to win. You know, you could develop a guy true.
His brother is a top defender in the hockey league.
Yeah.
So I'm sure there's something in there like, yo. I'm tops too, man. I'm a top defender too. His brother's a defender. That's his only position in the hockey league. His brother's just a defender. So these dudes know how to get the ball back. That's it.
Yeah. Yep, I agree, but yeah, man, I understand where y'all come from with the I get it, you know what I mean. See, it's always a tough situation when you got a team who trying to be competitive and fight, and then you got to look at salary money. You know it's hard to justify putting a certain amount of money on the bench. You know, Shaw Powell like this guy making $10 million, regardless of what we may think. That they Tiz get noise from upstairs. Jane Doolin might be saying, "Listen, man, I'm paying this dude $15 million. You are not sitting him down for somebody who making $1 million and just got here." He might not see it that way. You know what I mean? Shaw Powell, sometimes boss got boss, you know what I mean? And shit rolls downhill. I think when it comes to what Tibbs is doing, he also got to hear from the people in front of him. You know what I mean? How you going to justify paying a guy all his money, but you're not playing him? They don't. That don't work that way.
Alpha male. You got some dudes that don't take shit from nobody, and even if that could work for some people, like that don't work for Tibbs. I get it. He's the dude like, yo, I'm Tibbs. I did this stuff. I did D Rose, this, that. I don't think Tibbs could take courteous considerations and to learn how to. I don't think Tibbs is the guy that takes it.
Yeah.
I think in this team where we were building that we didn't know ourselves, we needed somebody that, that could grow with the team, man.
Mm-hmm.
You want to grow them to Tibbs' potential, yes, that's great. We want a high class team, right? But you gotta understand, man. This team, we don't have nothing on this team that's showing we have any one person on this team that's like extra in any one of their fucking skills.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's a tough situation when you lose it. I'll put it like this here. This is the same team last year except for two guys we brought in and some rookies. Same team last year, same exact team except for two guys, Evan Fournier, Kemba Walker, and the rookies. Everybody else was here. We went 41-31. We had a good season. It was playing with continuity. I think that, to me, this is my opinion, it don't matter what coach you bring. I guarantee, say if you fire Tibbs and bring in Johnny Bryant, right? Johnny Bryant lose 10 games. You know what everybody in this show is going to be saying? Fire Johnny Bryant. I don't care who you bring in New York City. Hold up. We've been cycling our coaches for 2 years.
But I don't think it happens. I don't think it happens, bro.
But that's what I'm trying to say. For the last, let's say since Mike Wilson left, every year we cycling our coaches every 2 years. That's why nobody want to come to New York, because we give up on everybody too fast. If you want to say Tibbs not doing a good job this year, I give you that. But you know what? The man took us when he came here. We didn't get to the playoffs until Tibbs got here. We was abysmal for 8 years, 9 years. Tibbs came here 1 year.
But if you put Johnny Bryant in,
got us to the playoffs. But now because the front office bringing guys like Fournier and Kemba Walker, and it disrupted the chemistry, and we lose them because of injuries, COVID. Everybody want to run them out the building. But when we was winning, this is the problem. Winning cures all. When you winning, people don't talk about it. But when you losing, that's just the way it is. It's New York City. It's the Knicks. And when you winning, people good with it. But when you losing, everybody start throwing darts. But I'm not defending Tibbs in no way. What I'm saying is, you got to you can't play it all on Tibbs. I tell you why.
We all Knicks fans. We all said this from last season. Why you keep running Alfred out there? We all said this. Like, we all know that he had flaws in his coaching. It wasn't like we were just running out things and it was just all good. Like the brother had missteps in his coaching career as far as coaching the Knicks. And we let him back here because we got far in the playoffs. But now he's here again and he's doubling down on his like the guy, Coach Tibbs is he may be a great coach, but we don't have a great team.
Okay, so I can see that.
So how can that work? If you coach like great players Like, how can it work with like just having a run of the mill? Like, how can we do anything?
You know, guys, I would be frank with you. I don't know what to say about that because Greg Popovich got young guys. These guys is coaches, man. They just coaches. And to me, I think that Tom Thibodeau, he's a
I agree
development
with
coach.
you
That's what
100%.
he
I
do.
agree with you. No,
He's a
I agree with
development coach.
you.
He coach
I
guys,
agree with you.
young
I
players.
just feel like Tibbs. I just feel like Tibbs is not a part of that. He's not in that class. He's not in that class of coaches.
I have no problem if everybody in the Knick fan base want to get rid of Tibbs. I'm cool with it. It doesn't. I'm a Knick. It's all about this right here to me. But all I'm trying to say is this here. Every time a coach come in New York City, every time. Listen, this is real talk. Ever since Mike Woodson, every time a coach come in here, they lose a couple games. You want to fire them. Listen, we done went through 6 or 7 coaches in 8 years. You are never going to develop a team like that. You can't take a coach and something because he's having to lose. We lose 4 or 5 games, or you want to throw him out of here. Because listen, we've been doing that for 8 years, and look what it got us.
Never that.
You
I was
can't
good
do
with
that.
Woodson.
You can't do it.
I was good with Woodson. He said we big. He said the East is big and all that crazy stuff like that, right? But at the end of the day, I feel like Woodson made the best players available for what he had. I didn't feel like it was just like, I'm just playing the vets. Like even Fizz, I give Fizdale more credit just for playing the guys.
He had no choice. They wasn't going nowhere.
I mean,
See, I think the problem is this here.
But Tibbs is staying here and he's playing guys that's literally losing us games.
Let me ask y'all a question. If when we was 5-1 and winning, hold up for a minute. When we was 5-1 and winning, we was on. Even not too long ago, we went 8-3. Remember, Shy Powell just recently went 8-3. Nobody was questioning Tibbs lineups. When we went 8-3 in 11 games, the Knicks was on a run making it happen. This is recently. 8-3 in 11 games. Nobody was questioning what Tibbs was doing because we was winning. We was winning. We was winning.
I was because it
maybe not true. I'm talking about the majority of the people that come on these streams, and I look at the chat every day. When we was winning 8-3 in 11 games, nobody was talking about Tibbs rotations. Not nobody in this chat. Not nobody that was coming on Knicks was questioning Tibbs rotation when we went 8-3. Nobody. And I got all the segments. I got all the recordings. And nobody was talking about Tibbs when we was winning. You talk about it when you losing. Because losing brings out the worst of people. They don't want to nitpick about all the little things. Like the other night, they say he didn't play Cam Reddish enough. Cam Reddish got injured. He couldn't play Cam Reddish in Portland after he hurt his ankle. So they like Tibbs only played this. And let me tell you something. If Obi Toppin go 0 for 5 or don't play no defense, and go, you can't keep him in the game. That's crazy. How you gonna let somebody? How you gonna let somebody who's in the minus when you trying to win a game? It'd be different if you was losing the game was already over. Throw him in there. Let him learn to develop. Let him throw him in there. You're losing the game, but when you trying to win a game and your players is not producing, you take them out of there. I don't care who it is. You don't leave nobody in there if they're not playing good. And if a young guy not playing good, he don't deserve to get no minutes. Even the older dudes, they don't deserve to get no minutes neither if they're not playing good. But you cannot tell me you're gonna take a guy like Julius Randle who was dropping 28 in that game and putting somebody like Obi Toppin and keep him in there when you need Julius Randle in there to get you back in the game because Obi Toppin is not doing nothing. Even if Obi Toppin having a good game, then you leave Obi Toppin in there. So you got to go by who playing good in that game. I don't think you put guys in there to develop. You develop in practice. You develop in the off season. But it's not fair to somebody who having a good game to put a dude in there who trying to develop when you're trying to win games. That's not the way basketball works. It don't work that way. If you develop in the off season, you master your craft in the off season. You don't master your craft in the game when you got guys trying to compete out there. You're not out there competing to lose. You don't do that. I never seen that happen in basketball. I never did. Look at he said I seen him set in the early of the year in Child Powers when Evan Fournier was sticking up the joint, I seen Tibbs snatch him out and leave him out the whole fourth quarter. You understand what I'm saying? I seen Tibbs snatch of Evan Fournier out early in the season when he was sticking it up, left that man out the whole fourth quarter. No, you don't deserve to be in here. God's got to take advantage of that opportunity. You know, and if you ain't balling, then you don't need to be in there. I don't know what to say other than that. I just don't think it's fair. I think you take him out, Shot Powell. If they ain't playing, you ain't playing good, you don't play. You don't let a guy, because it's not fair to somebody who's balling. It's not fair to RJ, who's a young guy, Grimes, who's a young guy. They got it popping, right? But the other guy don't got it popping, but you want them to keep him in there, a chance on losing the game because you want this guy's not popping. You want him to get minutes. No, you get minutes the next time. But tonight, you don't got it. So you got to get up out of here. That's how I see it. You know, so I just have to think. But listen, man, we're gonna get up out of here, man. A great show. It's not the way I anticipated.
Let's get up out of here, man.
Yeah, but the Knicks come on in a few minutes. We can continue discussion another time and all that stuff. By and Cash, thank you. Give me your last word before you get out, my brother. I appreciate you coming in.
Man. Salute to the generals in the building. You know, I just want to say thank you for having me here and allowing me into the room, man. And I'm a Knicks fan for real, bro. Like I know we got a big audience in community now. And I'm just thanking you guys that I could be with y'all, man. That's all.
Yeah, we appreciate it. Hey, man, listen, and thanks for that info, everybody out there, man. Y'all heard Cash talk about that job opportunity, man. Y'all go take advantage of that if you need it. If y'all got looking for employment, he gave us some great info.
Yo,
good
Postal,
job.
man.
Make it happen, man.
Yo, for real, yo. We got a full opportunity for labor custodial, a full career job for anyone that's going through anything right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have a full career job with a pension plan and retirement and all that, working for the USPS. And we also have another one for the window clerks. You know what I'm saying? So if you hit up the G, he gonna hit me up, and it's a full connection, man. We all here. We just trying to get money to go to next game. That's it.
Real talk. Hey, Sha, you give me your last word before you get out of here, man. I'm gonna hit you up too.
What's your score, Divine?
I'm going Knicks crazy tonight, man. 115-98. We kicked them in the butt tonight, man. We beat them boys down tonight.
Cash, what you feeling, Cash? What you feeling, Cash?
98.
I'm gonna go with the 98 also, but I'm gonna go with 103 for the for the other team.
Right, that's what it is. I got the Knicks winning 118-98.
Okay. Frank Matos got 109, 105, close one. I don't think they got SGA tonight.
No, they don't.
They don't. So that's the reason why I like that. That's a big part of their team. And I think we so hungry. I think after coming off that loss against Portland, we just hungry.
Start yet?
Huh?
We ain't start yet.
Nah, it's getting ready, like 5 minutes.
About 7:40. 7:40.
Yeah.
All right, so let me change my order. I thought we started. I thought we was, because I'm still thinking about fucking the Blazers, man. I'm just like, damn. Look, all right, let me get it to 110 to 109.
110, 109. He said
close.
Wow. Yeah, I'm taking a blowout at the Garden tonight, fellas.
Yeah, I'm taking a blowout too.
I think after coming off that Portland way, I think the Knicks know they made a fool of themselves the other day. Up 23 points. I think they're gonna come out tonight like that. Can't happen again.
Oh, so y'all brothers, y'all must have been rolling with quickly. Y'all must have been taking them to the gym or something like that.
Yeah, man, it's all good, man. I'm looking forward to a good game. We need to win tonight.
Generals.
Yo, peace out, my brother. I'll see you, my man.
Peace, Cash.
God bless.
Yes, sir. And two, he said, okay, so you already beat. Yeah, they did. They beat us, but they won't beat us tonight, though.
They sure did.
Tonight. They Hey man, but listen to the chat, man. Listen, yeah, I know it's all love up in here. You know, we agree to disagree. You know, but that's what we do. That's why we fans. That's why we fans. There's many ways to skin. There's many ways to skin the cat. So ain't nobody wrong up in here. You know what I mean? We just love to debate and have our discussions and all that stuff, man. And make sure we cross all our T's and dot our I's. Whatever you guys is with them, we all want the same thing. We want the Knicks to be successful. We want them to win. And I think that's why we so passionate about what we do. But hey, a lot of people might want tears out of here. That's cool. Hey, listen, man. All I want to take the Knicks to win. I don't care who at the helm. I just want them to win. I just know for me, man, as being a fan over the last 10 years, 11 years, I've been a fan since 1978. Let's not get it twisted. I was at the Garden when they were playing in the championship game, 8 years old, trying to get it popping. But what I mean is, like, since Mike Woodson left, Derek Fisher, Kurt Rambis, Hornacek, every year, man, we just recycling coaches. And I think that we're never going to get nowhere. I don't think we're never going to get nowhere if we keep doing that, because God is not going to want to come here. They're going to be like, man, I don't want to go there. They're unstable. Every time we fire a coach in New York in 2 years, a free agent who might be the creme de la creme going to be like, you know what? I don't want to go there. They don't got no stability. I think you got to give Tom Thibodeau a fair shake this year for this reason, Shaw Powers. We came out the gate. We had 2 new guys. They're not Tom Thibodeau type of ball players.
I was about to say that.
Kemba Walker and Evan Fournier are not Tom Thibodeau type of ball players. If you could have kept Alpha Payton and Reggie Bullock, and we probably wouldn't even be in the situation we're in. So when we started losing at the beginning of the year, when you sat Kemba down, people didn't like that. I see why he sat him down. Look how many games Kemba Walker played since he came back, and look at our record. We've been losing since Kemba Walker been back here.
Facts.
We haven't won but 1 game, 1 or 2 games. We won other than the game we won in Golden State. We have been losing with Kemba Walker. It's not about him as how good of a player he is, Shaw Powell. He's an all-star. He don't fit the Knicks. You know what I mean? He just don't fit what we do. And I think, if you look at the whole Nick over thing, he got 4 coaches in New York, not counting the great Rhett Holtman. I ain't talking about him. That's got a winning percentage over 500 as a New York City coach since Pat Riley took over. Pat Riley, Jeff Van Gundy, Mike Woodson, and Tom Thibodeau. Ever since Pat Riley left, we only got 4 coaches who won over 500% in basketball. I just say it again. Van Gundy, Mike Woodson, Pat Riley, and Tom Thibodeau. I think the problem here is this year, Sao Paulo. I just think that because of what they brought in and who they brought in, because sometimes you can't blame the coach if you don't know how to rebound. You can't blame Tom Thibodeau if you're not playing defense. Right. Tom Thibodeau don't dribble the ball. Tom Thibodeau don't pass the ball. Tom Thibodeau don't create the turnovers. You know what I mean? Tom Thibodeau don't get out-rebounded. The players do that. You know what I mean? So sometimes you can't put it on Tom Thibodeau. Sometimes you got to put it on the players. You stunk up the joint tonight. You know what I mean? You have to. You can't. If Tom Thibodeau put a game plan out there, and sometimes it works and sometimes it don't. But if Evan Fournier go 1 for 13, you can't blame that on Tom Thibodeau. And if you take Evan Fournier out, right, you put in the other guy that he do the same thing. So sometimes you got to be fair with this stuff. Tom Thibodeau is not losing the Knicks all these battles. He might make a decision you might not agree with in the game, but he's not the reason why the Knicks are losing. The Knicks are losing because we cannot hit foul shots, turnovers, 15 a game almost. We missing 10 free throws a game. You know what I mean? Our defense is getting spanked at the guard position with Fournier and Kemba Walker. We getting demolished down there because they got always going in the lane. Prime example, when Mitchell Robinson went out the game the other day, it was just like a highway.
Floodgates.
Yeah, it was like a highway. I mean, listen, anybody can lose, guys. Look at the Lakers right now. Look at the Lakers right now. They losing with superstars, with Hall of Famers. Frank Vogel is not a bad coach, but I just think that Shaw Powers, they players, it's Russell Westbrook, everybody is not stepping up. So you know who's going to be the scapegoat? Frank Vogel. Sometimes you got to hold the players. You can throw all the strategies out there. You can throw all the game plans out there. But here's the problem I have with y'all. You want the Knicks to win. Y'all want us to go to the playoff, but at the same time, You want these young guys who just got in the NBA, it's not even been in the NBA 6 months, and you putting all that pressure on them to produce. And the only one doing it so far is Quentin Grimes. He's the only one. Cam Reddish just got here. You can't put the pressure on Cam Reddish. He did give me, hey, listen, he went from 5 minutes, he went to 12 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
I was about to go to 20, but he got injured the other day. You know what I mean? So if Tibbs, like Tibbs said, it ain't about your potential, it's about what you can do. And Cam Reddish starting to get his trust in Tibbs because he's starting to show improve on the court. You know what I mean? That's why Tibbs is trusting him. That's why Tibbs gave him more minutes. And not only that, because RJ went down, but I think you got to take advantage of your opportunities in life. I don't care what you in, what sport you playing. If somebody give you an opportunity to beat somebody, you better take advantage of it. Shop house, and I just think that's what is happening in New York. I don't know how to really say it about that because Emmanuel Quickly, he got an opportunity his rookie year, averaged 11 points a game, shot good from the 3-point line. He came in this year. He's up and down, but he's still getting the same opportunity. Obi Toppin getting his minute. Sometimes Obi Toppin might get 8, 10, 12 points. Tibbs let him get it popping. But when he see him not playing no defense, when he see him shoot a brick and then don't go get a rebound, or he don't play nobody on the defense, you can't expect Tibbs to get that man minutes. He don't deserve them. If you letting your man toast you all game long, I'll pull you out too. I don't care who you are. But at the same time, because it's a business, Evan Fournier might get a longer leash.
Way longer. $19 million.
$19 million. He might get a longer leash in court. Not that Tibbs want to do it, but he got to do what them people up in the front office tell him to do. You're not sitting Evan Fournier down with $19 million. He ain't going to do it because that's not what the front office is going to tell him to do. I didn't sign that man for $19 million to sit him on a bench. So his leash is going to be longer. Julius Randle's leash is going to be longer. Alex Burks' leash is going to be longer. Them guys make the most money, and this is a business. It's sports, but it is a business. So, I think that's where we at with the Knicks. And until we get out, we lose this thing. We out of it. We ain't in the playing no more. You can see the young guy play the rest of the season. They've been doing that for you, not only under Tibbs, under everybody. Since I've been watching the Knicks, you play to win the game, and once you mathematically eliminate it, then that's what they're going to do. And I think Knicks fans shop out got to get used to that because that's what they do.
Me personally, I just know Tibbs, and if anybody knows Tibbs, he plays to win. No matter what type of scheme he puts out there, no matter what man that he lives out there too long or he doesn't play somebody enough, no matter if you are hitting shots or if you're not hitting shots, if you're unreliable and you're dependable, he's going to the dependable. If you are dependable and you're not shooting good, he's still going to go to a dependable because you might hit that shot that he needs than to go to somebody that's not dependable or not playing well at the same time. Tibbs, we know Tibbs. Of course, some things that Tibbs done this year. Yeah, a lot of his things, some of his things has been questionable. Like playing players, implementing people at the right time, at the wrong time, his in-game adjustments. Sometimes some guys he lets people rock a little bit too more, or he might take a timeout and put the same crew back out there that needs to be changed. So it's a couple of things that he can do. Does he stretch the starting lineup a little longer than he should be to the 8-minute mark instead of the 6-minute mark or whatever? It's a whole lot of things. But the real thing is you have to remember this. Tibbs is playing to win. And I know if I'm going out to the ball court, if I'm going to play bowling, if I'm going to play handball, if I'm going to go try to lift this 200 pounds today, I'm going to try to win. I ain't going to try to let nothing defeat me. So that's the way I go at it.
Yeah. You don't want that mentality in New York, man.
Right. Yeah, I ain't going sometimes.
With Herman would say, you play to win the game. If you start tanking, you start letting guys just lose games.
And how you going to tank? Like, how you going to tell a person go out there, yo, don't hit this shot? Even if you play the young guys out there and stuff like that, you want them to play to win too. It's not about tanking. So no matter what the end of the season score, where we end our season this year, whatever our win and loss ratio is, that's what we're supposed to be all year, because I believe that they go out every night and play to win.
Yeah.
Even though they may give up the game, it may look like they're not playing to win, but I believe every night that the Knicks hit that hardwood, they're going out there to play to win.
Yeah. I also think that because this year, man, some of the things that happened, like I said, the COVID.
Yeah.
Guys injured, Mitchell Robinson injured.
Not coming in.
Like I said, if the Knicks was winning, if the Knicks was over 500 and winning, all this stuff wouldn't happen.
Yeah.
The Tom Thibodeau conversation would be irrelevant. It really would. It would be irrelevant.
If the wins, you're right, Divine. If the wins loss was vice versa, we wouldn't be talking about this right now.
We won't be talking about Tom Thibodeau right now.
Yeah, we sure wouldn't. If the wins loss vice versa, yeah, we wouldn't be talking about that right now.
The NBA did not give Tom Thibodeau Coach of the Year because they thought he couldn't coach. They didn't give it to him because they thought he couldn't coach. He won that because what he did with a roster that he had, with the guys making only $5 million, only one guy making over $10 million, which was Julius Randle, a whole roster full of $5 million players. He got the best out of them dudes and put them in the playoff. We haven't been in the playoffs since 2013. So this year, they're coming out the gate. They're expecting us to do better. And what happens? The pieces that we brought in, besides injuries, they didn't connect. They didn't connect. You know what I mean? Got to remember, Grimes didn't start off hot. RJ didn't start off hot. You know what I mean? Swag Powers, RJ didn't get a pop until later on in the beginning of this year. Fournier didn't get going to probably almost a halfway point just recently. Kemba Walker that don't even count. Noel wasn't even here. You know what I mean? He wasn't even here. You know what I mean? And so you gotta take all that into consideration. The reason why the Knicks is not playing good basketball this year, it wasn't because of Tom Thibodeau. It's because there's too much crap went on around us that was hard to overcome, and we still right there. So I just say, man, just that, I get it, man. I get how the fan base feels sometimes. I may go on Twitter. Everybody want to throw tears off the bus, but like I said, guys, if the Knicks lose by 2 and Evan Fournier shot 1 for 13, or if RJ went 2 for 17, or Julius Randle stunk up the joint that game,
get a turnover.
You can't just blame. And then we got 15 turnovers. We got we missed 10, 11 foul shots. That ain't got nothing to do with Tom Thibodeau.
Nope.
I'm sorry. That's the person who shot that ball. That's the person who made the bonehead turnover. Look at the Laker game. We about to win the Laker game. Fournier throws the ball in the back court. Give it to LeBron James. He dunked it. Game changed the whole game around. Them the things that everybody not looking at, because they want to get a scapegoat. You can't scapegoat Tibbs for Fournier, even for the couple of games he might mess up. You can't make Tibbs a scapegoat because this cat ain't hitting free throws or this cat missing stupid. It's crazy, man. So I just say that, man. I think if it was vice versa, the team was winning, and the Knicks didn't lose game. We lost because of some bonehead plays here and there. No hustle. I just think that we wouldn't be here where we at right now. Top of this, but a great show, man. The game starting 1 minute. Shot Powell, I hit you up on the phone later on, man, and we'll talk about the day and everything like that. But enjoy the game, and I'm hit you up later on. Yo, chat. Y'all cats is powerful in there. I respect everybody's opinion, man. That's why we love y'all. That's why we got the best chat in the world, because y'all guys are wise at what y'all do. I bear witness to all of y'all thoughts and ideas, man. It's not about who's right or who's wrong. We just have to just accept fact. We got to make sure we cover all the bases, because sometimes
agree to disagree or whatever, however that saying goes.
Yep, agree to disagree, and but that's what make these shows so powerful, because we know that's the invisible panel over there. Parrish, Frank, Matos, all you guys are part of this show. So I respect y'all decision more than anything. You know what I mean? And that's why I'm glad that we can have this open dialogue and conversation. This is not like a lot of other shows where you go in there, they don't want the chat to get in here and voice their opinion. I'm gonna put y'all stuff out there because y'all part of this show. Y'all make Knicks Real Talk. Without y'all, really, there ain't nothing for us to do this. But we passionate. We love our Knicks. And we just want the best for them, you know what I mean? So, we be able to hear the debate about it and have fun about it. But listen, y'all go enjoy that game, and we're going to go get it popping. Shot Power, Divine, salute to the chat. Frank, Parrish, everybody, man, it wasn't the way I anticipated, but hey, we lived to stream another day, May 4th. Everybody, man, salute to you guys. D. Ross, my man, you already know. Salute, man. Salute to you cats. We'll see y'all guys on the next one. Yo, the next show I think is that's the Brooklyn the 16th of the 1-year anniversary. Knicks Real Talk, man. Hopefully we have a great show, and we've been doing it for a year, man. And
so Wednesday, right?
Yep, Wednesday. I appreciate everybody who came being part of the program. Frank Matos he's been holding me down since day one, so I appreciate
Frank.
Yeah, Frank, D. Robs,
Facts.
AKA Dave Jackson, been around. These cats been loyal, man. I appreciate y'all so much. But yeah, man, let's go get this Nick win, man. And Jermaine Royster, salute to you and everybody. Send me
Professor, the professor.
Yes, sir. Alton Lee, my man, salute.
Professor.
I know it might have seemed kind of crazy today, guys, but that's what happened when I open up the panel and just free it up, man. You know, I try to keep this thing structured a certain way, but sometimes when you go off course, things like this can happen. So, you know, it is what it is, man. For the day, it's a Valentine's Day special. We let everybody get in here and get it popping. Chef Nick, Chef New York, man, my man.
Nice.
You, Laker fan for life, Fabian.
Salute.
Everybody, man. Salute. Esco, Elton Lee,
Salute.
SS Cash was in here. King Heaven Games, Sam Holt, Will, my man, Colorado, Stafford Don, thank you for blessing the panel, Stafford.
Mitch
Robert,
playing tonight. Mitch playing. Mitch starting.
Oh, good.
Mitch
Let's
starting.
go get it, man. Tricky was in here, man. Salute everybody. Hebrew Lion for Judah. Salute everybody, man. Y'all go to enjoy that game, man. It's popping off right now. And we'll see you cats on the next one, man. Y'all enjoy the game, man. Knicks Real Talk. Shaw Powers. Knicks go get this W. I got 115-98, man. We walking out there tonight with that victory, man. Let's get it.
What's up.
Peace.
Let's get it.